Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom Series. Today we have traveled to the Tricky Triangle. It is the Pocono Raceway for the Pocono 125. This is going to be race number 20 in the More Freedom Series Season 6. This is going to be the second race of the second half of Season 6, and the points race is getting crazy. Let's go through your current top 10. Your points leader is still the 61 of Chevy. Second's going to be last week's winner, the 67 of the Mini Checks. Third will be the All-Star winner, the 51 of AJM. Fourth will be the 122 of Adam Victor. Fifth will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Sixth will be the 88 of NM. Seventh will be the 799 of Mike Check. Eighth will be the 42 of Mel Say What. Ninth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 28 of E Doggy. Checking in on those team and chassis standings, Acez Motorsports still leads the way. TPRG now into second place. Third will be MBR. Fourth will be the Drop Bear Racing Team, and rounding out the top 5 will be Amish Buggy Racing. Chassis standings are Dodge, Toyota, and Chevy, with Dodge having a monster lead over the rest of the field. Well, that is a look at all things points here for the Pocono 125. It is going to be a high-speed, crazy affair here today at Pocono. We're going to have hopefully 40 laps of green flag action, and they are getting their cars dialed in here as they're 3 wide down the front stretch right there, and I think it's about time, so let's go racing. As they get the cars out on the track, let's go through your starting top 10 today for the Pocono 125. Starting on the pole will be the 51 of AJM, and on his outside, the 420 of Queen of Heart. Starting third will be the 799 of Mike Check, and on his outside, the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Starting fifth will be the 47 of Dash, and on his outside, the 11 of TC Roberts. Starting seventh will be the 12 of Xander, and on his outside, the 777 of Seabass. Starting ninth will be the 96 of Nico, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 77 of Zip. So starting... Let's see, the 61 of Chevy is going to be starting today's race back in the 20th position. The 67 of Mini Checks starting 17th here today. So we are looking to see who can tame this tricky triangle that is Pocono. Checking in on, we got a few MBR cars starting up here near the front. We also have a good set of Acez Motorsports as well. So Acez, you know, their home base in Pennsylvania. So they are trying to win it for their home track here in Pennsylvania. They got a Pennsylvania girl on the outside, the 420. She's going to be outside pole. We'll see if she can pull off a win here today. It's going to be a high-speed affair. As the pace car is off, we're waiting on the starter's decision. Green flag is out. We're back underway, or we're now underway here at Pocono. So AJM leads us down into turn 1. He's followed by the 799 of Mike Check and the 47 of Dash. Zan is right there to the back bumper of the 47 as he is pushing him down, I believe, the Long Pond straight into turn number 2. As now Mike Check right there to the back bumper of the 51. AJM slides down the track, cuts off the 799 of Mike Check. He desperately wants to lead lap number 1 here at Pocono. Comes down to the bottom of the track, working to the outside of the turn here. Mike Check tries to lead lap number 1. That's going to be by the 51 of AJM. Let's bring up your timing and scoring. As always, top 10 will be on your left. Favorite driver scrolling across the top as the 51 of AJM is currently your leader. 12 of Zan into the 4th position. The 96 of Nico working to the bottom of the track as the 13 of King of the Acez now is into the picture. Coda started today's race back in 15th. He is getting pushed along by the 777 of Seabass. Into turn number 2 they go. Seabass down to the bottom. Coda's going to have to slide to the high line here, as we have well, it's not really a breakaway, as the 12 of Zan and the 88 of NM are trying to catch up to the front three right here. Mike Check down to the bottom of the track. He is desperate. He is trying to get to that 51 of AJM. AJM for MBR, they need some wins here in the second half of the season if they are going to pull off 6 team championships in a row. So AJM with a little bit of a gap here over the 47 of Dash and now the 799 of Mike Check as they work to turn number 2. Down into the second turn they go. The 12 of Zan trying to work to the bottom of the track as NM down to the inside. So Mike Check able to keep the second position over the 47 of Dash. Dash falling into third. They're now to the back bumper of the 51 of AJM again. Down the front stretch they go. AJM's got the hammer down. He's going to come down, throw a little bit of a block there on the 799 of Mike Check as the 47 of Dash now tries to work under the 799. Not enough oomph in that car to get to the back bumper of the 799 here. As somehow the 51 of AJM is fending off the 799 of Mike Check as the 88 of NM now into the 4th position. So NM coming up from his 11th starting position into 4th as he's going to, I thought he was going to work in behind the 47 of Dash. Dash does a crazy move here, works down to the bottom of the track that's actually going to put kind of a block on the 88 of NM. As NM works to his back bumper here. So Mike Check stays low. NM goes with him. It looks like they might push the 47 of Dash now back to the 4th position. NM to the bottom of the track here. Mike again he's got a really decent car here today at Pocono as NM is desperately trying to get to the back bumper of his teammate, the 51 of AJM. Mike able to hold on to the second position for right now as NM now down to the bottom. He's going to work around the inside on turn number 3. Looks like the 47 of Dash might go with him here. So Dash does indeed go with the 88 of NM as NM has now caught and is now passing his teammate, the 51 of AJM. So out to the lead of this race now is the 88 of NM for MBR and the Smirnoff Ocean Spray Dodge. That is a lot to say. He is now out to the lead. Dash now into the second position. AJM may be in danger of falling back to 4th here. He keeps a hammer down. He is going to try to stay in front of the 12 of Zan as the 777 of Seabass is now putting pressure on the 12 of Xander. So Xander falling back now as the 25 of JTM as we had a little bit of, it may have been some contact between the 47 of Dash and the 51 of AJM off of turn number 3. So some contact there as that's going to allow the 777 of Seabass now down to the inside of the 51 of AJM. We saw him get down into the grass, and luckily they were able to hold on to it. Nobody crashing, no caution. As we continue on here at Pocono, now AJM falling back a couple spots as Seabass now into the 3rd position with the 25 of JTM and the 11 of TC Roberts there. So JTM now has the 51 and the 11 battling him for position as he's going to let the 11 of TC go here. Working lap number 7 here at Pocono. The 11 of TC Roberts is working to the back bumper of the 777 of Seabass. So Seabass now out to the lead of this race in the Twix Dodge for Amish Buggy Racing. He is coming up from his 8th starting position to put that car out to the front of this field. He's got the 88 of NM right there on his back bumper here as they work down in, working towards turn number 3. The 11 of TC Roberts trying to stay within striking distance here as he closes up within a couple car lengths to the 88 of NM. He's got his teammate right there with the 12 of Xander. Zan now working down to the inside. Thinks better of it, falls back in line behind the 11 of TC Roberts as we now have the 88 of NM working down to the inside of the 777 of Seabass. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it stick. He is going to be able to make it stick off of turn 1. Out to the lead of this race now again goes the 88 of NM. That's going to allow the 11 and the 12 to play catch up here as the 12 of Xander now into the 3rd position. Here comes the 51 of AJM. As Seabass into the 2nd position, Zan into the 4th now, falling back behind. He is going to be able to get a run on the 11 of TC Roberts. TC slides high into turn number 3. Here comes the 51 of AJM down to the inside. NM leads off of turn number 3. Down to the front stretch they go. Running the bottom line here is a 51 of AJM. He's going to try to see what he can do down into turn number 1. He's got a great run on the 12 of Xander. Closing in on a time where we start seeing pit stops here at Pocono. Looks like KFB has already been in once. So first taker for pit road here today was the 471 of Kung Fu Beer. We're going to see if the 88, the 777, and the rest of the field comes in here as they are working off turn number 2. Seabass is just hanging right now with the 88 of NM as they work into turn 3. So into turn 3 they go. We're going to see if they drop off the track. Looks like not this go-round. Not this go-round. We might have had some people. We see the 8 of Moon Bunny jump in there. So we do have takers for pit road here at Pocono as I think the 51 of AJM jumped in. We saw the 8 of Moon Bunny jump into there. So staying out another lap is the 88 of NM. Looks like they're working on a 3 pit stop strategy here today at Pocono. As NM leads the way. Seabass in 2nd. Xander now into the 3rd position here. 47 of Dash up to 4th. We're getting a little bit of spread out as we now have the 33 of Harvey Jones into the 6th position. Harvey started today's race in the... I just saw him on here. He started on the track somewhere. As the 777 of Seabass into the pits. NM stays out another lap here. So interesting play by the 88 of NM. He stays out an additional lap. He's got to have a good in lap, a great pit stop, and then a good out lap here to keep him out in the front of this field. So we are going to see what the 88 of NM does. Could be beneficial as he's going to get onto pit road and possibly... maybe pit road is cleared off, so this could be a great pit stop strategy for the 88 of NM as he works off of turn 3. He is jumping into the pit, so we're going to follow along with your leader, the 88 of NM, as he works down pit road here. So we'll see what the MBR crew has in store for your leader right now, the 88 of NM. He is into his pit stall. Fuel going in the Smirnoff Ocean Spray Dodge as we see the Pink Panther, the 95 of Zed Brunna right there behind him. So it looks like it is going to be a 4-tire stop for the 88 of NM. All the fuel they can pack into that car is going into that car. The same with the 95 of Zed Brunna. NM is down and away. Zed will be down and away here in just a moment, so we're going to see if NM can just absolutely hammer this car down as he comes out of the pits here. Looks like he is going to lose the lead and fall back several spots here. But again, he went 12 laps on that run, and it looks like the 51 of AJM will be taking back over the lead here today at Pocono. We've got the 666 of Pistol Pete and the 11 of TC Roberts right here. I am checking. I think Pistol Pete is on the lead lap. So Pete started today's race back in 31st position, has now worked with help of that pit stop, is going to now have worked himself into what is the second position. We will find out where everybody is stacking up in just a minute as Pete is trying to take over the lead from the 51 of AJM. So down the Long Pond Straight they go. The 51 of AJM is your leader. Second's going to be the 666 of Pistol Pete. Third will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Fourth will be the 777 of Seabass. Fifth will be the 88 of NM. Sixth will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Seventh will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Eighth will be the 999 of Deviant. And rounding out your top 10 right now will be the 122 of Adam Victor. As we see the 33 of Harvey Jones, the 12 of Xander here. Lots of battling back here in the mid-pack between all these drivers as Pistol Pete is now underneath the 51 of AJM for the lead here. Pete is trying to win, I believe, his second or third race of the season, as he did win at Fort Wayne earlier this year, right at the end of the first half of Season 6. And he is now out to the lead of this race for TPRG, with now the 51 of AJM back to the second position. So we have the 3 top teams right here on the track. We've got MBR, TPRG, and Acez DZ Motorsports out at the front of this field, kind of showing why they are the best of the best right now. As we will jump back through the field as we see the 3 of Geek Girl Games has the 88 of NM trying to work down to the inside here with the help of the 33 of Harvey Jones. Harvey's going to slide high behind the 3. NM goes to the low line here. G3 hangs it out on the high line. She slides it through turn number 1. NM to the low line. He's going to get a good run off of turn number 1. Down the Long Pond Straight goes the 88 of NM. Here comes the 122 of Adam Victor and the 12 of Zan. So the force of Canadians right here trying to catch up to that 88 of NM. We got the 12 of Zan, the 122 of Adam Victor now, as they work down into the turn. The 11 of TC Roberts has now worked around the 51 of AJM. He is now working towards the lead of this race. So AJM with a great run to the back bumper of the 11 of TC Roberts out here for the lead of this race. TC round the 666 of Pistol Pete. He's now out to the lead. The 51 of AJM is trying not to let him go as he is working down to the inside in turn number 2. Lets off the gas. TC comes down to the bottom. They work off of turn 2 towards turn number 3. We will jump back to see what is going on back here as we are single file, as we got a host of cars right here. 25 of JTM is now 3 wide with the 47 and the 3 down the front stretch, as they got 3 wide in front of him with the 660 of Garrett Miller. So JTM trying to hold it down here and come off of turn number 1 as the 47 of Dash battling with him right now. 660 of Garrett Miller around the inside of the 00 of Mudbone. He's trying to work to the back bumper of the 799 of Mike Check. Garrett started today's race in the 34th position. When he crossed the line, he was into the 9th spot. Working back up towards the front of this field as the 11 of TC Roberts still leads away as the 51 of AJM tries to jump down to the inside here. We'll see if he can get it down into turn 1. So he is not able to make the pass off of turn number 1. TC holding it down on the outside. We're going to see what they do through turn number 2. AJM to the bottom of the track, TC to the top. TC's car is looking it's looking really good right now as they work towards turn number 3. So TC looking really good as they are closing in on pit stops. Another round of pit stops here in a couple laps as the 51 of AJM again is trying to get down to the inside. He's going to have some help by the 777 of Seabass. So 3-wide battle for the second position. 666 of Pistol Pete on the outside is going to lose some ground here to the 777 and the 51. As they battle down the Long Pond straight towards turn number 2. 777 of Seabass is trying to make it to the back bumper of the 11 of TC Roberts. Again, closing in on green flag pit stops here as we see the 660 of Garrett Miller trying to get down to the inside of the 12 of Zan. Garrett's going to be able to make that pass into turn number 3. Here comes the 00 of Mudbone hanging right with him. As we do have the 51 of AJM into the pits right now. I will say that's going to be a very close, very close 3 pit stop race for that 51 of AJM. Looks like KFB has already come into the pits as well, so thinking about that, KFB might not make it on 3 stops. He might have to stop with a couple laps to go. So Seabass works to the back bumper of the 11 of TC Roberts here. And honestly, we're going to see if the 88 of NM actually comes in with everybody else or if he decides to stay out again. As we see the 11 peels off, so does the 666 of Pistol Pete. 88 of NM now moves into the second position behind the 777 of Seabass. Seabass going to take over the lead here. So down to 1 they go. Out to the lead of this race is the 777 of Seabass. Started today's race back in the 8th position for Amish Buggy Racing, their car owner, now out to the lead of this race. Working down the Long Pond straight, we're going to see what NM does here. I mean, honestly, my opinion would be that NM comes in and pits with Seabass here. That would make the most sense, but, I'm not running the pit crew. As Seabass now into turn number 3, we'll see if he hooks it into the pits or if he stays out another lap here. Seabass is into the pits. NM takes over the lead. 660 of Garrett Miller stays out with him, so NM has a little bit of help here by the 660 of Garrett Miller. They can at least draft together around this track. So NM definitely working on a 3 pit stop race here as honestly, any time at this point, if he pits, he's going to be able to make it to the end of this race on another stop. So he ran, 12 laps the first go around. So he's at 11 laps right now, I do believe. And so basically this stop here, that'll put him around lap 33 and he can make it to the end of this race. Garrett does have our fastest lap of the day so far. So NM is into the pits. He's going to come in. Garrett stays out. He's going to take over the lead of this race. So tied for the most laps led right now are the 88 of NM and the 51 of AJM. Down this very, very long straightaway goes the 88 of NM. We see the 95 of Zed Brunna is in, the 356 is in, the 50 is in as well. Right side tires going on the 88, fuel going in. It's a 4-tire stop for your leader, the 88 of NM, as we see the 51 of AJM and the 666 of Pistol Pete coming off of turn number 3 down the front stretch. So AJM looks like he will take over the lead of this race. Which would be my guess is, so it's a battle between the 51 and the 666 right now. So Pistol Pete and AJM have broken away from the rest of the pack right now. As the 660 of Garrett Miller is into the pits, so he's got his left side tires going on. Fuel going into his car, and it's a very, very long pit road here, so it is going to be, I know he wants to hammer that gas and get out, but he is not going to be able to, as the 51 and the 666 battling down the front stretch here. And honestly, they should, if they were running single file, they would be able to draft away from the rest of the pack here, as the 51, again, out to the lead of this race. So your leader now, the 51 of AJM. Second's going to be the 666 of Pistol Pete. Third will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Fourth will be the 122 of Adam Victor. Fifth will be the 12 of Zan. Sixth will be the 777 of Seabass. Seventh will be the 00 of Mudbone. Eighth will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Ninth will be the 88 of NM. And rounding out your top 10 now will be the 47 of Dash. So Dash now back into the top 10. Again, kind of a 2-car breakaway right now, as AJM kind of slams the door on the 666 of Pistol Pete down the front stretch. So 2-car breakaway at the front of this field, followed by an additional 2-car breakaway with the 11 and the 122. Then a couple more cars, and then the 00. And then we've got a race between the 88, the 47, and the 799. So the 88 of NM through turn number 2 is trying to keep his spot on the 47 of Dash, as Dash is not going to be able to get he is going to be able to get the run down to turn number 3 here. As NM stays high, 47 of Dash goes low. We're going to see if 799 of Mike Check follows along with him. As we have an attempted battle at the front of the field between the 666 and the 51. Now battle for the third position between the 122 of Adam Victor and the 11 of TC Roberts. So we know AJM has to stop one more time. Everybody's got to stop at least one more time. The question is, can AJM make it 4 more laps before he has to stop? Or are they going to try to exact gas mileage this race and get him in on lap number 40 to end it? So it's going to be a very interesting end of this race, as the 51 of AJM is your leader. We know he is going exactly 10 laps per pit stop, as we got, this is a game changer, folks. A game changer right now, as we have a yellow flag on the track, folks. Yellow flag on the track, your first yellow flag of the day. Your leader is at 51 of AJM. This could be a huge deal, as we know the 88 of NM is going to be able to make it to the end of this race with one stop. The question is, can the 51 of AJM make it to the end of this race with one stop? So 12 laps to go here at Pocono. We are under yellow. Your leader is the 51 of AJM. We're going to see what brought out that caution in a moment. But my guess is 4 tires and all the fuel they can pack into the car here, and try to get as, couple laps under caution may be the difference here, as that could put him towards the 10 laps, and going to be very, very close for this 51 of AJM, because you know he has to pit here. So we're going to see what the MBR crew does. And we will see what brought out that caution. Might have some people staying out. So the 51 of AJM is in. And a host of everybody else. Looks like the 61 of Chevy has some damage on the front of his car. So AJM leading us down pit road. It looks like the 67 of the mini checks is going to be out. So will be the 33 of Harvey Jones here. So we know they are involved in this caution. So tough break for the 67 of the mini checks. Not going to win race number 4 of the season, as the 51 of AJM is in for potentially the final time. Right side tires going on, packing in as much fuel as they can, as we see them push a few cars behind pit road wall here. So 4 tires and as much fuel as they could get into the 51. He's down and away. He's going to come out in possibly the second position here. I'm not sure if they got enough fuel in that 666 of Pistol Pete, but let's see what brought out that caution. This caution is going to be brought out by contact between the 33 of Harvey Jones and the 25 of JTM. Let's see this happen. Harvey comes across the nose into the outside wall. That's going to take out the 999, the 544, the 300, the 67, and possibly the 49 was involved there. So lots of folks involved in this caution flag. 544 does not look good, neither does the 300 of Resemble. So checking in on the standings, out of the race as a result are going to be the 61 of Chevy is now out of the race. The 50 of Candy May out of the race. The 544 of Frederick Winklebaum out. 300 of Resemble is out. The 67 of the Mini Checks out, and as well as the 33 of Harvey Jones out of this race. Yet to pit is the 122 of Adam Victor and the 12 of Zan. So the Canadians leading the way here. We're going to see what they end up doing, as they, at this point, if they pit, they are good to go. The questions are, did they get enough fuel into the 666 of Pistol Pete, who's running third, because he got a huge jump on the 51 of AJM out of the pits. So let's go through your current top 10. Your leader is the 122 of Adam Victor. Second's going to be the 12 of Zan. Third will be the 666 of Pistol Pete. Fourth will be the 51 of AJM. Fifth will be the 13 of King of the Aces. Sixth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Seventh will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Eighth will be the 72 of Duchess. Ninth will be the 777 of Seabass. And rounding out the top 10 will be the 00 of Mudbone. So, wow. Acez to Zed Motorsports really has picked up their game, so to speak, here at Pocono. And you can tell that they are absolutely trying to win this race, as they have, I believe, 4 cars in the top 10 right now. As we are going to get, I think, the 1 lap to go here. Indeed, we are getting the 1 lap to go. So here's the situation as it runs right now. The 122 of Adam Victor and the 12 of Zan have not pitted. They have to have 1 more pit stop before they can, before the end of this race. They can't make it all the way. They've got maybe 1 or 2 laps of green flag action here before they got to come into the pits. So knowing that, the question is, can their cars make it around all the way? Are they hoping for a caution flag? What's going through the minds of DM Motorworks and Acez to Zed Motorsports right now, as their 2 drivers are out at the front of this field? And, you know, hey, we know we have to pit. And the thing is that maybe they're saying, hey, we can come in and pit with 9 to go. Everybody else may have to pit with 1 or 2 to go here. So I think they're trying to play the long game and maybe they somehow pull it out and end up winning this race as a result of their pit strategy here. But you know, I'm excited to see what happens here. This is an unknown situation as they have to be close on fuel. I know their tires are probably really worn down. I don't know how close they are on fuel, but I know tire-wise, they are going to have some. Their tires are definitely not going to be as good as the 51. I'm not sure what Pistol Pete took. He may have taken 4 tires, but I know they are not going to be as good as the 51 of AJM. So at least the front two's tires are not going to be as good as the second row's tires. So the pace car peels in, hopefully for the final time. Adam leading us down to the green flag. Zan with a great jump on the outside. We're back under green here at Pocono. So down into turn number 1 they go. Adam Victor down to the inside, we see those tires for the 51 of AJM just absolutely hammered down as we do. Oh my goodness. We do have a caution flag going to be coming out on the track. The leader is the 12 of Zan. He's going to have to pit. The 51 of AJM, this could be a very, very beneficial lap for him. He is going to try to race with the 12 of Zan. He's going to try to take over the lead by himself. The 122 of Adam Victor down to the inside. So those tires haven't fallen off as much as I thought, as the 12 and the 122 are not peeling in. Yellow flag is out. AJM goes to the lead of this race. The 23 of Fuller Than You, we saw his car is all going to be all torn up. The 49 is torn up. Looks like the 47 of Dash is torn up here. So just heartbreak for that 47 of Dash. 49 of Jetman is all torn up as well. We heard the tires squeal. We saw the car spinning. And we're going to see. Okay, so situation here is 7 laps to go. Is anybody, the 12 and the third and the 122 have to pit here? The question is anybody else coming into the pits? I think with this caution flag, the 51 of AJM could make it all the way to the end of this race. We'll see what brought that caution out in just a moment. But I think we can see the 51 of AJM make it all the way to the end of the race with this caution flag. 12 and 122 have to pit here. The question is that, you know, is anybody else going to be a taker for pit road? Do they think they have enough fuel to make it to the end? Or do they think they need to bring it down pit road here and possibly, you know, get a splash and go? So we're going to watch them off at turn number 3 here. You do see the 122 and the 12 are both into the pits. And it looks like most of everybody else is staying out. So we got a few takers for pit road here. So we will see what brought out that caution flag. Well, this caution is going to be brought out by contact between the 00 Mudbone and the 72 of Duchess. Let's see this happen. From the helicopter, what a caution there. Out of the race as a result, we saw all those people involved. Out of the race as a result are going to be the 471 of Kung Fu Beer, the 49 of Jetman is out. The 42 of Mel Say What is out. The 23 of Fuller Than You is out. And the 72 of Duchess is out. Also out will be the 799 of Mike Check. So second caution of the day takes out several drivers here. We're going to have several drivers also with damage, as it looks like we got the 77 of Zip doesn't look terrible. 00 of Mudbone looks awful. So does the 28 of E-Doggy. and the 3 of Geek Girl Games. So 122 of Adam Victor and the 12 of Zan, they are going to be way back here in the back. As you know, we also have the 999 of Deviant with damage and the 47 of Dash with damage. So we're going to see what Dash can do here at the end of the race. See if he maybe, it looks like they actually went and worked on that. So we'll see if Dash can get back up to a reasonable spot here. Nobody currently a lap down, thankfully. I mean, other than the people out of the race. So let's go through your current top 10. Your leader is the 51 of AJM. Second's going to be the 13 of King of the Aces. Third will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Fourth will be the 666 of Pistol Pete. Fifth will be the 88 of NM. Sixth will be the 777 of Seabass. Seventh will be the 96 of Nico. Eighth will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Ninth will be the 25 of JTM. And rounding out the top 10 will be the 34 of Super Snake. Top 2 in points, the 61 and the 67, both out of this race. So the rest of the field could make up a pretty good chunk on those 2 drivers, assuming they also finish the race. Coda he's not going to have help by the 11 of TC Roberts, but he's going to probably be able to get a good start here on the outside, as he's going to be on the outside starting position on the 51 of AJM, as it looks like we got the 1 to go here at Pocono. AJM has led 14 laps here today. We're going to see if Coda is able to do anything here, as his teammate, the 11 of TC Roberts, is going to be down to the inside. He's going to have the 666 of Pistol Pete behind him. The 88 will be behind the 11 of TC Roberts here. And behind Pistol Pete will be the 777 of Seabass. So I know that the crowd is already standing on their feet for this restart. This is probably, assuming no caution flags after this, could be the most important restart of the day for second place. 13 of King of the Aces is trying to win it here at his home track here at Pocono for Aces to Zed Motorsports. He is going to, I know his teammate, the 11 of TC Roberts, really wants to win the race himself, but, you know, being able to help your car owner to the win of this race could be a huge deal for him. You know, maybe team bonus. As we saw earlier this season, the 95 of Zed Brunna did help push that 13 of King of the Aces to the win of a race earlier this year. So we'll see what Coda can do here with the 51 of AJM, who's going to be leading us back to the green flag, as the beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car is about to duck in. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Hopefully for the final time, it is into the pits. AJM is leading us back to the green flag. It is out. We're back underway here at Pocono. So down the straight they go. AJM to the inside, Coda to the outside. We're going to see if Coda gets a good run on the outside here. He does get a great run. He gets a great jump on the 51 of AJM. AJM a little bit slow. He's going to try to get the hammer down here. He stays to the low line. The 11 of TC Roberts pushing along here. The 51 of AJM down to the inside, as they get a good draft behind the 51. The 88, the 96, the 25 also coming along here. So the 51 of AJM still questions around whether he can make it to the finish of this race or not, as the 88 of NM goes into the third position. Right there behind him is the 96 and the 25. So TC Roberts jumping down to the inside. 51 of AJM is trying to hold it down here at the front of this field, as the 88 of NM down to the inside of the track. He's got help by the 96 of Nico. A little bit of almost a door bump right there on the 11 of TC Roberts. AJM falling back. 88 of NM to the front of this field. The 96 of Nico and the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days battling for the third position right now. The 96 of Nico sticks it down to the bottom of the track into turn number 2. NM down to the inside. Nico working to the inside of the 11 of TC Roberts with the help of the 356. As AJM trying to stay to the bottom of the track here as he works under the 11 of TC Roberts. He's got help by his teammate, the 25 of JTM and the 34 of Super Snake. Down the front stretch they go, closing in with about 2 laps to go here. And the 96 of Nico is trying to win this race. He's down to the inside of his teammate, car owner and dad, the 88 of NM. NM trying his best. Absolute hammer down on the long pond straight, the long pond straight as the 96 of Nico down to his inside. It is a 4-car 25-88 breakaway at the front of this field with the 51, the 25, the 88, and the 96. So MBR with the top 3 cars right now with your leader, the 96 of Nico, the 88 of NM, now into the second position. He's sandwiched by his children, the 51 and the 96. As we are got 1 lap to go, white flag is out for the 96 of Nico. It is a huge battle on the track. We're going to see who pulls it off here at the end of this race as the 88 of NM is not going to jump down to the inside into turn 1. Here comes the 34 of Super Snake. Nick's still out to the lead of this race as the 88 of NM now into the second position. 34 of Super Snake, the 11 of TC Roberts battling right here along with the 420 of Queen of Hearts. Queen with damage and able to hold on right now as they work down into turn number 2. The 96 of Nico is out to the front of this race. We're going to see if NM can steal the win away from his son here in turn number 3, or if the 96 of Nico is going to be able to pull it off here at Pocono. Out of the final turn, down to the front stretch. It's going to be a battle to the line. Here it comes, the 96, the 88. Your winner here today at Pocono will be the 96 of Nico. My goodness, what a race for that 96 of Nico. He has led, I believe, 2 laps on the day, the final 2 laps of this race. And those are the only ones that mattered here today. He is going to get the win. It is going to be a 25-88 top 10 here today. We've got MBR is going to have those 4 drivers in the top 10. So let's go through your finishing order. Again, your winner is the 96 of Nico. Second's going to be the 88 of NM. Third will be the 34 of Super Snake. Fourth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Fifth will be the 51 of AJM. Sixth will be the 777 of Seabass. Seventh will be the 25 of JTM. Eighth will be the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days. Ninth will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. My goodness, what an end to this race. That late race caution flag really bunched up the field, allowed that 96 to just somehow pull out this win here today over his teammates. Next week we head to the Texas Motor Speedway for the Texas 100, and I am looking forward to that race. It's going to be an amazing race next week. Let's check in on those current points. Lots of points to gain here for lots of drivers as the top 2 were out of this race. And AJM finishing in the 5th position here today. That could be a good day for him. So you're seeing those points here on the screen. Let's check in on those team and chassis standings. Good day for MBR here at Pocono. Top 2 cars, 4 cars in the top 10. And so you're seeing the team and chassis standings as well. My goodness, what a race here today at Pocono. Somehow the 96 comes out and pulls out a win here, honestly, with the help of his teammates, the 88 and the 25. They pushed the 96 to the win of this race. So congratulations to the 96 of Nico. He is your winner here today at Pocono. And until next week at Texas, take care.